Hi everybody, Zach here for another episode of our flagship program, The Spideydude Experience. This episode is brought to you by our loyal patrons over at patreon.com/SpideyDude Network. Pledge today and get both early access to content on the main channel, as well as entirely exclusive content, like brand new shows and commentaries for old Spidey stuff, including commentaries for the MTV series, for example, as well as the video editions for Voices from the Area Gargoyles podcast. And our Patreon first show focused on the Krakoan era of X-Men. We also want to encourage you to check out our other programs that are all available on Audio Edition. These are all over on Spideydude.com, and they're available on your favorite podcasting app. Shows like Clone Saga Chronicles, the show that started this entire network, Spectacular Radio, Spectacular Sal Buscema era podcast, Amazing Spider-Man Classics, the Slot Symposium, and the sister program on this channel, Make Mine Mayday. As always, be sure to hit the like button. It really does help us big time in the algorithm. And additionally, if you have topics you'd like to cover on a live show or in a recorded medium, make sure to leave a comment down below the description or shoot us an email at SpideyDudeRadioNetwork@gmail.com. Finally, make sure to join our community. Be alerted to all new updates by hitting that subscribe button and clicking on the bell. But to be clear, your viewership is more than enough for us. And if you want to hang out with us off YouTube, you can always go to our Discord, where we have all sorts of fun stuff, or you can join us on our social medias and follow us there. All the links are down in the description below. As always, we want to be making some references to visual aids and or live comments. If you're an audio listener, pay that no mind, but leave that 5-star review for us. Any and all feedback we will read on future episodes. Thank you, and without further ado, let's get rolling with this episode of the Spideydude Experience. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the latest episode of the Spideydude Experience. I am Zach Joyner, your friendly neighborhood webmaster of Spideydude.com and host of the program. This is episode 98. And tonight we're talking Spectacular Spider-Men, amongst other things. And I have joining once again the host of Voices from the Area Gargoyles podcast, Greg Bishansky. Hello, Greg.
Co-host, actually. I am not
Excuse
the host.
me, co-host. My bad. Jen, don't throw tomatoes at me.
Oh, you'd be lucky if it was just tomatoes. I kid.
Yes. So just a couple of us tonight. Originally, Ashley was going to be on as well, but she had some stuff come up. So unfortunately, if you're here to see that, she couldn't make it. I think Adam will be on later, and Josh, I think possibly, or Winnipeg Webhead will be on here in a little bit too. But while we're waiting on them, we thought we would talk a little bit about some news, because some news actually has occurred this week. And
before we drop into news, I have to say, I'm another podcast that I do listen to. One of my favorite panels on there couldn't be on the most recent episode they did, covering an episode I was curious to hear her opinion about, because she was too busy at her job milking snakes.
Milking snakes?
Yes.
I'm going to leave it alone.
Well, how do you think they get the anti-venom?
That's true. It just reminds me of, like, Meet the Fockers.
Oh, God.
How do you milk a cat? So we're going to talk a little bit about some news topics tonight. There was some Marvel Legends that were announced last Friday. Some of them are already shipping. The Hasbro PulseCon occurred last week. So yeah, we're gonna talk a lot about that, and we're gonna talk a little bit about some movie stuff, as well as there's some animated series news. So let's first, I'm gonna share the screen here. Swing into the world of Marvel's animation for your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man with a special prequel comic series. This is from Marvel.com. Basically, Christos Gage is going to be writing a prequel 5-issue limited series that kind of sort of introduces this version of Peter Parker. This was originally supposed to be Peter Parker freshman year. Eventually got renamed to Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man.
Better title.
Which is a better title. So this is the alternate cover, which homages Amazing Fantasy 15.
Is Christos Gage working on the show?
I don't know.
Because if he's not, then something like this, a comic tie-in to a series, is always free to be discarded and treated as uncanonical if the showrunners decide they cover it their own way.
Yeah. So, like I say, he's got a new cast of supporting characters, including Nico Minero, who you may know from Runaways, which
I do. I read Runaways back in the day.
Yeah. So it's coming soon to Disney Plus, but we don't know when. I'm assuming it's going to be after Agatha, which as a pair, I think it's coming out tonight, and I'm so excited to watch it.
Agatha Harkness, the Snakes on a Plane of the MCU. Oh, that show was memed into existence. You know that.
Yeah, it's true. So, like I say, going to be interesting. I will check it out to see if it's going to be worth anything, and I'll let you guys know about it. Next up, let's talk about. We're not going to show the trailer because we learned our lesson from last time. But the final trailer for Venom 3 has dropped, and everybody's talking about a tease that happened in the trailer of Null. Now, if you don't know who Null is, he is the god of the symbiotes. And so, yeah, it's, going to be a lot of people trying to tie this into Spider-Man 4. We'll see. To be determined. So there's a lot that's going on with it. But
well, maybe they make a multiverse again. It seems to be all they want to do with Spidey anymore.
You had the opportunity to make a grounded Spider-Man story. You had all the opportunities, Marvel or Sony. Just stop it. Anyway, so Venom 3 comes out this October, just in time for the Halloween season.
I just watched a trailer for the first time. I have to say, so much of it was lost on me. I haven't read the Donny Cates Venom run, and I haven't seen the previous 2 Venom movies.
Yeah, well,
I just know we talked about this a little bit before the show, but when I think of Venom, I don't think of him doing the buddy comedy thing, talking to the symbiote, and us being able to hear both sides of the conversation. I think this is like a guy who literally has voices in his head.
Yeah, where we only hear one side of the story. Yeah, I don't disagree. So let's talk Marvel Legends. This is something that Greg and I do actually care about. So
yes.
Now this was announced at Hasbro PulseCon, which is something that they started in 2019. It kind of became like they stopped doing the physical con and they started doing the. Speaking of people that I like to hear from, there's Adam. Hello, Adam.
Hey.
So they like to do that. Starting in 2020, they basically made it a digital-only event.
I demand a man-spider variant of that vulture.
So this is already not only for sale, not available for pre-order. It is available for sale right now, and it is already shipping. So those that ordered on Friday are getting theirs unless they get delivered to the wrong address.
Yeah, you can buy up to 5. A couple days ago, it was 2.
Yeah. So
what, you don't want a man spider variant of that vulture either?
Oh, I so
that would be cool. I wasn't.
How about a variant of him without the armor on, old and tied up in Scorpion's closet for 6 months?
I understand that.
With Scorpion's girlfriend just being okay with this.
And Scorpion just, still, because they didn't want to render a new design, he's still wearing his costume. It comes with the old man head as well as the young man head. A lot of controversy about the body of the Spider-Man. We got the Sunfire mold with the pinless legs of the Amazing Fantasy 15. It comes with grip hands, thwip hands, and fists, but no splayed hands. He does come with a Flash Thompson head and a Peter Parker head.
The Flash Thompson head is what tempts me to actually buy this. I mean, I don't necessarily want that Vulture. I'd buy a comic version of that Vulture design, but I don't. But I prefer my more classic Adrian Toomes, which Hasbro gave to us sold to us. Let's be honest, a few years ago. But
I
that
do love
flash that tempts me.
I do love the mask.
Me too.
That part is cool.
Yeah, it's a nice little addition.
Yeah, so the wings are reused from the, I believe, Falcon / the original Vulture. The body and armor stuff is all new. Pretty sure the body is just a standard. All pinless as well. So the 2-pack is available $49.99 in stock right now at Hasbro Pulse. But that wasn't the only thing they announced. They did announce a full wave on the video, and we'll get into that. Starting with the figure that they teased at San Diego Comic-Con, complete with the shield from the 1980s with the lithograph. So this was teased at San Diego Comic-Con. He's got a bit of the grinning face sculpt. He's got the hairy arms. The coloring is straight up out of the Mike Zeck Secret Wars book. So Wolverine is available, already sold out on the Hasbro Pulse. Comes with all the heroes come with the circle shields that were basically a part of it. They're lithographs, so you have the unmasked head and the masked head. Also comes with a stand as the Marvel Superheroes Secret Wars 40th anniversary. This is what it looks like in package. So this is retro carded packaging to reference the Secret Wars miniseries. I forgot to present it on camera.
I was wondering.
As I was showing it off. There we are. Okay, there's the packaging. That's what it looks like.
My preferred Wolverine costume.
Yes, this is the one that Greg's been. Yeah, I think a lot of people like the brown and tan suit.
Those are Wolverine colors. Plus, it makes him look a little bit darker than the rest of the team, which he is.
Yeah. Got the new smirking head sculpt's kind of fun.
I like it.
So yeah. Then I will present. Stop screen.
I both want that, but I also can't help but wonder if they're going to do a slightly better one from X-Men 97 at some point.
Yeah. Well, I'm
you know how they roll.
I know there's no X-Men 97 wave this year.
Mm-hmm.
As my dad decides.
Roller skate Iron Man.
Yeah, roller skate Iron Man. So this is kind of a repaint, retread. He's got the gun.
Mm-hmm.
Does have the roller skate attachment.
I have the previous figure, so I'm skipping this one, but good for the people who don't have it.
Yep. So this is definitely repack, reused. A lot of people were complaining that it's Tony, but they acknowledged in the fan stream that they know it was Rhodey that was in the book, but this was based off the action figure that had Tony Stark's face on it, so that's why. So yeah, he's got roller skates. This one is still available for pre-order. Has not sold out. That's what it looks like in package. Just really looks great. I mean, especially if you collect in box. And what I love also is they have these really nice decoed out, like old school backs on the card backs. And the one thing I like about it is it has all the figures on the card back, which is awesome. That's something they haven't been doing lately. So, yeah, I love the logo and everything. So then we have, as I stop sharing that one, then we have the next one, which is Titania.
So, not to be confused with Titania from Shakespeare's play, which is pronounced differently but spelled the same.
There you go. Because she's a villain, she has the square shield design that was just like it. They did some really nice like sculpting of her thighs. It's not the same sculpt as She-Hulk, but she does scale pretty much the same with her.
I look forward to getting that one. My Absorbing Man has been lonely for about 10 years now.
Yeah,
Has it been 10 years? Feels like
yeah,
it.
yeah, it made it close. I think it was either 2014 or 2015. That wave, the Build-A-Figure, which is due for another re-release, by the way.
They will.
So yeah, that's what she looks like. A lot of people were very excited about this one. And yeah, kind of doesn't have as many accessories as the other ones, as the heroes, for this one. So Vinkman says he's upgrading his Iron Man with that one, so that's cool. Did I show off Captain America already?
No, you did not.
I have not showed Cap. Okay, let me show Cap.
When Captain America throws his mighty
shield. There we go. There we go. Captain America. So this one is really cool because he's got the broken shield. This is essentially the same. It is the same mold as the 20th anniversary Captain America, but he's got his, more heroic smiling pose. That one definitely gives me "I want you to join the U.S. Army" vibes.
The salute. It's a great looking figure. I'm not buying it because of the shield. I want a complete shield.
Yeah. So.
And I'm satisfied with my current Cap, so it's not enough for me to upgrade. But it's a great looking figure. I do recommend it if you don't have a previous Cap, or if you just want it in general. Go right ahead. It looks awesome.
Yeah. So that's the four heroes. We'll talk about the fourth one here in a second. This looks really, really good. I mean, if the shield wasn't broken, this would be the perfect Captain America figure, in my opinion. Just looks great. Definitely, it is sold out on Hasbro Pulse. So let me pull up the Spider-Man, because that's
why we're here, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah, we'll do Beyonder first. Let me get Beyonder first. Because we'll save the two that are the most associated with Spidey up first, because for those that have been wanting it, we finally got Beyonder, because you can't do a Secret Wars without the Beyonder. This is technically Beyonder 2 look.
From Secret Wars 2.
Or Secret Wars 2, yeah.
I've never actually read that book.
I've just read the tie-ins where where Spider-Man teaches him to pee.
I thought you taught him how to shit.
Either way, he taught him to go to the bathroom. So, comes with like the world being destroyed and all that fun stuff.
I said this to Zach before we started recording. I'll say it here. For my collection, I'm 100% all in on comic versions of figures first. That's what my collection is, comic versions. That said, this design sucks. It should have been an animated series version.
So yeah, Marvel's Beyond.
I'm not buying this one. I'm not buying this one.
It is sold out already at Hasbro Pulse. So I love that logo. That logo is great.
Yeah. I will only buy this figure if I can get a 1/12 scale toilet, just so I could set up Spidey teaching him how to use the damn thing. That's the only way I would buy this thing.
So we can sit on it.
Yes, on the toilet.
That is his throne. All right. Mm-hmm. And then the main event, the one that I'm pretty sure sold out almost instantly, is the Spider-Man Marvel Legends Secret Wars Spider-Man.
We have comments.
We do.
I think this is about the Beyonder. I don't even remember what that one looked like. I don't know what that design looked like.
Yeah, I'll have to look that up there, Gamer Sly. Welcome to the show, by the way. So, yeah, comes with the alternate head swap. This is built off the Amazing Fantasy 15 body. Will be completely pinless, which is the first time that they've done completely pinless. I think they did it with the 2-pack, but they did not do it with the retro card. So
I dig it. I don't know if I need another black suit Spidey, but I dig it.
Yeah, I bought it. All right, I pre-ordered it. This was the only one that I was like, ooh, yeah. Because I still don't have like the retro carded black suit Spidey. I do like the thinner eyes.
Me too.
the squinty eyes. I think the hands and everything are really nice. It just looks really good. They did a good job with it. This is one that I almost thought about getting two, but I didn't. So
Hey, this is the second one. It's Gargan with your Dark Avengers. Put him next to Iron Patriot.
I still don't have that one. I gotta snag him off Facebook Marketplace.
It's a good figure. I have that one. I did buy the 3-pack.
Oh, you did?
All 3-pack, yeah.
Yeah. Did you just make the Doom a Doombot?
No, I actually put him. I actually decided I kind of like the soft goods capes. I put him up on my shelf.
Nice.
Although I might take that Doombot head and put it on one of my previous Doom figures.
So the last thing I was going to talk about is New York Comic Con is in a couple of weeks, and Marvel has announced their panels. So looks like Daredevil Born Again is going to probably get teased, as well as your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. So for those that have been wondering when that's going to happen, it's probably going to be there. The convention floor is going to feature a display of costumes from Daredevil Born Again, and the photo op from your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, which swings onto Disney Plus later this year before Born Again arrives in 2025. They can also do a hands-on demo of Contest of Champions, the mobile games celebrating its 10th anniversary. Golly, really? 10 years? And then the Marvel, the Magic the Gathering trading card game, which I heard about a few weeks ago. I didn't know that they were going to do it. They're going to do their own panel on Friday. So Brevoort, Cebulski, Agent M, and writer Ryan North from the Fantastic Four series will be on hand to preview the future of the Marvel Universe. So the first family will be in the spotlight alongside the future of the new Ultimate line, which includes Jonathan Hickman and Giacchetto's Ultimate Spider-Man. The One World Under Doom event, which is centered on Dr. Doom as the new Sorcerer Supreme. And the just announced X-Men versus Uncanny X-Men crossover, the first major event from the Ashes relaunch, which, according to Gail Simone on Twitter/X, you only have to read the 4 issues. There's no other tie-ins or anything like that. So they're also going to talk a little bit about the 8 Deaths of Spider-Man storyline coming to Joe Kelly's run that launches this November, and then all new Venom, which launches in December. So we don't know who the mystery host is of the symbiote. So basically spinning out of the events of Venom War. So
it's Gwen Stacy.
I think it's going to be Luke Cage because of the gold on the symbiote, which guarantee you they're going to make it a Marvel Legend next year.
Wait. So you think that's Luke Cage in the Venom symbiote next to Dr. Doom? You know where I'm going with this? He still wants his money back.
And he'll do whatever it takes to get it.
That's a deep cut. That's a deep cut. So this is from comicbook.com. All the links, if you're listening to the audio edition, are going to be in the description. So this should be coming out next week from when this is being recorded.
Where's my money, honey?
A lot of strange. What's up? What's up, girl? Sorry that Ashley's not here. That's Ashley's best friend. So welcome to the show.
I had a lot of Ashley's school. I've spoken to her a couple times.
So yeah, she had some stuff come up, so she couldn't make it. She's getting ready for another con, I think. Yeah, so that's more or less the news of the episode. Adam, any thoughts on the Marvel Legends stuff since you got here a little later?
I do like that 2-pack. It's tempting.
So I have a bit of a story about mine. I was supposed to have it in hand today. I was going to literally have it in hand and be able to say, it's already shipped. But they delivered it to the wrong address.
Damn.
And after searching for it, it got lost in the ether. So I had to get with Hasbro. They are sending me a replacement. So luckily they had enough stock that they could do it a ship. So listen, I talked about the trailer, but I didn't show the trailer this time there, Neil. Leave me alone. We've learned our lessons.
Neil, what did you think of the trailer?
Yeah. Neil, what did you think of the trailer?
Because I had no opinions.
A lot of strange deaths say back. Vinkman says about 30 years ago when he was in 5th grade, Secret Wars 2, 1, and 5 were amongst the first back issues he had when he started going back and picking up older comic issues. So are you going to get the Beyonder there, Vinkman? I'm kind of curious. I'm tempted on the Beyonder. It is still available for pre-order on Entertainment Earth and I think on Big Bad Toy. But
someone point me to a 1/12 scale toilet and I will get the Beyonder.
Hang on, 1/12 scale.
Oh, he's actually doing it.
Wow. You can buy it at Michael's.
Well, I guess it sells that. I am buying the Beyonder, photos of him in the action figure collection to come eventually.
For those that don't believe me, allow me to share my screen. This is a thing that exists.
There we go. I have a throne for my Beyonder.
Oh. Bickman says he's probably getting the whole wave. Well, I saw it. Hang on. Let me see. Hang on. Let me do some quick math. Yeah. So they offered the full wave for $199 at Entertainment Earth, which is $33 a figure. That's more than the individual figures. So what? Yeah. So there you go. Mini white toilet. Today we learned.
Send me that link on Messenger, please.
Okay. I'm going to keep the tab open for later. So we are here to talk a little bit, or a lot of bit, about the Spectacular Spider-Man issue number 7.
Mm-hmm. The end of the first arc.
The official end of the first arc, despite what the trade paperback says.
You know what? I'm going to say this. Fuck writing for the trade. Fuck it. Let a story be as long as it needs to be. Don't write for the trade. Didn't we spend the last 20 years wailing on the whole writing for the trade bullshit?
I know. So
true, but I would like it if trades actually,
collected the full story.
Yes.
Then you know what? They should have waited and made the trade 7 issues.
I agree. That's so weird. So let me get my my other screen up right quick so I can do.
Am I cursing too much, Zach? I apologize.
You're fine. You've met your allotted amount of F-bombs.
I think we're fine at this point.
Yeah,
it's not too early in the show.
Yeah, we're far enough in the show that I think we're cool. So I'm going to do the brief recap of the issue. So, Spectacular Spider-Man had 2 covers. Chapter 7 is called The Kitchen Sink. Greg Weisman, Humberto Ramos are the creative team. We go to now, where the group is finally starting to dissolve. So old Turk's going to try to get out. Detective Sebens and Shashan are trying to get down to the basement. Mentallo and Mentallo. Thank you. Arcade are, we have like these 4 different things. And then somebody's at the coffee shop and doesn't understand what's going on. So back to the sort of Arcadium scape. We have the new AI bot, KNAIVE. So big 2-page splash.
Future Marvel Legend Build-A-Figure.
Probably. Considering we haven't got one in 5 years, it's literally been 5 years since we've gotten one, which is crazy.
I still say Spider Slayer, classic Spider Slayer with Jameson's face.
So basically,
they should do that.
They really should, or do a deluxe.
It'd be good for the packaging, the retro stuff they've been doing.
Oh yeah. So basically, Miles and Peter are like, we're prepared to leave you alone. And Hammerhead gets mad, says that KNAIVE belongs to him. We find out what the acronym says. New Artificial Intelligence Villain Extreme. The K is apparently silent.
Why not?
So But we get Shift showing up and helping with some of the vermin rat bots, and we then get the hairy version of Jackal. Yay!
Classic Jackal.
Classic 70s Jackal. Turns out they had teamed up together. We then get them kind of leaping from setting to setting where we see like the relationship. We see Kong and his girlfriend. We see the Triceratops. We see the guy acting. We get a Thanos appearance, and then we get the Anna, the two lesbians that have been shown up. So
we get Starbrand and Night Mask, which is
Night Mask there too. So
a reference to that series that he did a while back.
Yep.
Fighting Thanos, yeah.
Turns out, then we get Shashan and the detective showing up, and she pulls off the mask of the 70s Jackal to reveal it's the brother. It's really not the brother. It's a cloned body of the brother with Miles's brain. Turns out that the dead body that we saw was not of Miles Warren itself, but of his brother. So,
way back in the first issue.
Yep. And so they end up doing the self-destruct button. Arcade does, and it destroys itself, and that's the end of the issue, which basically destroys the Arcadium and destroys all the illusion, and that is the end of the arc. So issue 8 starts the new arc, which will be coming out in a few weeks. So check back then.
All right. I thought it was a fun issue. I thought it was a good ending to the to this particular opening series. I want to get to know more of these supporting cast members that they've set up, and it looks like in the following issue we're gonna begin doing that.
Hopefully.
Yeah. Walter, screw you. Makes another Cowboys joke at my expense. Listen, I was drinking heavily this weekend. They played like dog crap. Neil.
Also, I doubt this is the last we'll see of KNAIVE. If he doesn't come back in this book, someone will bring him back in some other book.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
It's comics.
Why is there a minor on the show? I thought this was an all dope. Who?
Why, Walter? That's the nicest thing anyone has said to me.
Walter, stop drinking and posting again. Get off the X.
Walter, drink more. Drink a lot more.
God.
He's gonna
and
leave
then share your
now.
thoughts.
Oh, he's gonna leave voicemails.
You think I'm not encouraging that?
Oh boy. All right. So, Adam, what are your thoughts about this issue? What'd you think?
I thought it was okay. I mean, I like Peter and Miles' teamwork. I'm glad they figured that out. They're more comfortable working together. KNAIVE as a concept is fine, I guess. I think. I mean, I don't know. I think like the one thing I would probably take away from this arc maybe is the Arcade and Mentallo element. Maybe like try to do this some other way. I don't know. Seeing the Jackal is cool. We get some payoff from the beginning. And yeah, he's still really twisted, so that's fun, I guess. The new characters, yeah, I mean I hope we get some more of them, because they did take up page space. So it's like, well, let's see what these guys are all about, I guess. Like, as part of the new coffee gang. Ramos' art is good. Kind of a shame that I think this is his last issue, they said. But that's also fine, because it'll be nice to see like someone else do this, just to keep it fresh, get some new talent. recognized. Yeah, I don't know. It was okay. I mean the arc overall was pretty good to like fine. We talked about trimming the fat a little bit, and I definitely would reiterate that just because of like the weirdness of the trade paperback situation. Like I don't know, like five is good, and I do think five or six probably would have been better for this arc, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know, and I guess I just wonder. It makes me just wonder about like the future of the series, and you know, like how long the next arc will be, and everything. I don't know, but it's. I think I'm looking forward, I guess, to seeing what that teaser was about for the Web of Spider-Man thing.
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't know. New arc, fresh start. I think that's I think that'll be good to kind of rejuvenate some life into the book.
So the new artist, Lacio, is the artist that drew the She-Hulk backup, I believe. From
Never saw that.
okay.
Is he any good?
Yeah, he's good.
He's good.
Cool.
So
Cool. I mean, Ramos is hit or miss for me. I think this is some of his better work. You know, when Ramos looks bad, he looks bad. When Ramos looks great, he looks great. There seems to be no in between when it comes to Ramos.
as we talk about the fact that I shaved my beard off, I wasn't really happy about it. I looked like a thumb. Thanks, Walter. For those that are audio listeners, I ended up shaving my beard because I ended up trimming it thanks to my dog trying to jump on me while I was trimming my head.
Well,
I'm gonna say I lost my beard.
Oh, Miles lost his hair.
Yeah.
But, so I will begin by saying this. I'm sure Zach can express this also. Zach and I are both old school Clone Saga fans. We also both really enjoyed how Miles Warren was portrayed in the Spectacular Spider-Man animated series.
Sure.
So we felt cheated over never seeing the Jackal on that show because it got canceled. So that being said, it was really nice to see Wiseman take on the Jackal here. I mean, it's
a decent compromise.
It is. This was twisted, just killing his own brother like that. I mean, have the two brothers come face to face? We probably talked about this in an earlier show, but I know the connection was made later. But was this comic the first time they were ever, even though they didn't technically share page space, the story ever dived into and involved both of them?
Maybe.
I don't think so. I think this is the first time.
I would be, yeah.
Because I
wouldn't be surprised if this is the first.
Yeah, I've read almost every appearance of Jackal.
Yeah, and Miles murdered him.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. Do any of us protest that Miles would do that? I don't protest that Miles would do that.
No,
really.
But that is 100%. Miles Warren is a magnificent bastard, and so yeah.
And I thought he was pretty good here. And KNAIVE was fine. I mean,
yeah, it's okay.
He was okay. I don't really have strong feelings against KNAIVE one way or another. Like I said, my first thought when I saw this was, cool, Marvel Legends Build-A-Figure at some point. I mean, it's a cool design, and I didn't mind the whole K is silent thing, this thing becoming sentient and learning, and I especially like how it deliberately chose villainy when I've even heard Wiseman say in the past he doesn't like to write villains to admit that they're evil, but this is an artificial intelligence that is exploring what humanity is. So that's interesting that it was choosing to be a villain, and I do hope they are able to fill out the supporting cast at some point, really expand upon them. And so with on another note, famously, they weren't allowed to use outside of the Spidey Corner Marvel characters in Spectacular. Were moments like Thanos cameos, even if only brief Thanos cameos, in exchange along with previous cameos and previous issues, didn't they feel like Wiseman saying, "Hey, I get to play with all the toys now"?
Yeah, that kind of did feel like it. It felt like, okay, I'm completely unrestricted now. I'm working on a Marvel book, on a Spider-Man Marvel book, and it kind of felt that way. I definitely agree. I enjoyed this ending. I thought this really did a good job of not only ending this arc, but also going, okay, we're going to see the after effects of this are going to continue. So,
he loves to deal with the consequences. I can tell you that.
Yeah. So I'm interested to see what's next. Little disappointed. Yeah, it's his first original Spider-Man villain, which is kind of cool. Vinkman does have a question that we'll talk about here in a little.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure. I see it. We'll come back to that. But no, I do agree. Not bad for a debut villain. It's a cool design and a cool concept. It's wouldn't make my top 10 or top 20 Spidey villains, but I enjoyed him.
Yeah.
Decent for a one-off kind of thing for now.
Yeah. It's fine. I'm really interested to see what's next. And
I kind of want a Marvel Legend of that giant Jackal clone to flank the cool. Jackal figure I already have.
Yeah, I don't have a Jackal figure anymore.
Oh, what'd you do with it? Did you sell him or did he get lost?
He got 8.
No.
Which dog? Send him.
I don't know. That's the problem. It's one of them. I came in and I was sweeping things up, and I ended up sweeping up a leg, and it was like Jackal got blown up like in the first issue, and he was destroyed. And
that's what he gets for murdering his brother.
Retroactive death.
Yes. Your dogs knew. They knew this was coming.
Yep.
Yeah. But I also have to say I do like the way Peter. I've been saying this in every issue. I like the way Peter and Miles play off of each other. Yeah. I like seeing Peter get serious. I mean, I know people have complained about man-child Peter, which again I stress Wiseman wasn't writing. He was writing Peter trying to appeal to a 16-year-old. Miles is trying to appeal to a 26-year-old. So seeing Peter here get serious when it really counted, the kid gloves were off. That was nice. That's Peter.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but that complaint just drives me nuts. I understand why. I get it. It's not because of the way he's written in this book. It's the way he's been written in every other book for so long now.
Yeah. Agreed. 100%.
But it's still annoying. But it's still annoying, especially as someone who is deliberately not reading the other books.
This is definitely my favorite Peter Parker book on the shelf right now.
Over Ultimate? Does that count?
Oh no, Ultimate's my favorite. If we're counting Ultimate, which you finally read, by the way, or you finally have the books.
I have the books. I've started reading them. So far, really good. I might join you for Spideydude Experience to talk about that at some point.
Yep, I think we may be doing it next week.
I'll check my calendar. Obviously, if we record Voices is going to come first, but
yeah, I mean,
but by the way, I suppose I should say, granted, I probably should say at the top of the show, we had our victory lap at Convergence, which was fun, and then in real life, the shit just kept hitting the fan. But things are hopefully settling, and we'll get back into our groove.
You paid for the victory lap. That's the problem. Real life is like threw a goblin bomb or a Xanatos bomb, I suppose would be more apropos.
No. Xanatos isn't waste like that. It'd either be Norman or it'd be Demona.
Yeah, I could see Demona doing that. Yeah, that's fair. that would be something Demona would do. Just because you guys are humans.
Yeah.
So we will definitely have more Voices from the Eerie coming up. So Adam, you gave your thoughts. Greg's given his thoughts. Let me give mine. Round this out. I think this was, like I say, a really good end to the arc. I did like the twist of Jackal. Like Greg says, I'm a sucker for a good Jackal story, and I thought this was amongst the better uses of Miles as a character. I could see why he would do this, why he would impersonate his brother. It makes all the sense in the world, considering I also like the fact that he's not dead. Like Miles himself isn't dead, because there was kind of the Got a second voicemail, I believe, from
Well,
Walter.
here's the thing though. With Miles, his whole shtick is you can't ever be sure. Did the Jackal you see die? Is that a clone or not? I mean, did the real Miles die ages ago and they've all been clones? We don't know.
You know, it's kind of like the thing that it's the thing that sort of it's kind of like the Mysterio thing that with Slot, right? It's
Mhm.
Mysterio. Of course he's gonna have like a contingency plan. And it's like, yeah, he is. like I kind of look at it the same way with Jackal. And as outraged as I was, and I was really annoyed by it at the time, I'm a little bit more mature. I don't look it right now because I don't have any hair on my face anymore. But yeah. So
Yeah, there's a reason why you don't hear me raging about certain things. Anytime someone mentions something going on in one of the other books I don't like, I just say, I just sigh and go, okay. You've noticed that in the last few shows.
yep. So technically, I have 5 voicemails from you, Walter, because I had the voicemails that I did not play last episode. But
Except for the hot potato Green Goblin personality, was that one actually really did piss me off.
which one?
The hot potato Green Goblin personality.
In
When
what?
Peter and Norman are playing hot potato with the Green Goblin.
Yeah. With the sins and the spear and all that bullshit. Yeah. Yeah.
Somehow I doubt that's what Nick Spencer had in mind.
Yeah, you know. By the way, I finally watched an episode going through like my little soundboard here. I did finally watch an episode of Renegade. I'd only ever seen the intro.
Mm-hmm.
It was as cheesy as I thought it was going to be. So, oh boy. All right. So,
is it good cheesy or bad cheesy?
It's very 90s cheesy. Like,
we celebrate a lot of that here, don't we? Shocker!
You can't escape me.
Hi, Even Star.
Hi, Even Star. She's one of my favorites, man. She loves all of our stuff and your stuff.
She's good people.
She is. You got to meet her at Convergence, right?
We did, yes.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty darn cool. All right, so
Ricochet Kid also.
All right. I'm hoping this is the 2 different ones, but we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, it was a good issue. I enjoyed it quite a bit. I give it an A-. I don't think there was a lot that happened in it.
There grades, so
yeah, there wasn't. I don't think there's per se a lot that happened in it. It was just basically a fight scene, and they resolved everything, except for the supporting cast. But I did enjoy the issue again, and like I said, I enjoyed seeing Peter get serious with the whole thing, especially when Knave tried to use his own memories against him at one point, and Hammerhead. I'm not gonna say Hammerhead is always fun, but Hammerhead is always fun when Greg is in charge of Hammerhead.
Agreed. Adam, your grade?
I'll give it a B, I think.
Should we grade the entire first arc, the entire 7-issue arc?
Yeah, we'll do that after I give my grade. I'm going to give it an A, just a regular A. I enjoyed it. I thought that he did a good job. I thought he could do a good job of touching everything and satisfyingly wrapping up the story. Okay, Adam, what is your grade for the arc?
The arc? I don't really remember what I gave everything else. I think I was mostly in the B range. I think I'll probably give it I'll give it a B plus ish. Or like a high B, something like that. It was, I mean, for a
that looks so bad.
B plus ish. I like it. I like it.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, the art's good. It's fun. Like I said before, I like the evolution of Peter and Miles's dynamic working together, their teamwork.
Mm-hmm.
I think the mystery was pretty good, but there was just, I don't know, there was almost a little too much going on. I don't know. Like some of this, I guess it was just the supporting character, like the extra supporting characters that we didn't really know anything about. They were just kind of like a plot device for the idea of the Arcadium.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Which I'm sure is going to pay off later, but
yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, so like but I don't know. We'll see.
I mean, I hope it is. I think it is, but I hope it is.
And it was nice. It was nice seeing some. I said this before, like episodes ago. Like it was nice seeing Spider-Man supporting characters in a Spider-Man book. Um, and yeah, seeing the Jackal was cool because he's. I mean, it's been a while.
Yeah.
I just remember, like, I think I remember basically Superior Spider-Man
That's a-
like with Kane and stuff, like and they teased Spider Side 2, and that didn't happen.
When's the last
he
time?
was in.
When's
He was in. What was he in?
and he was in the DiMatteo story
He was in the DiMatteo story.
that took place in the 90s.
What else was he in? I just seem to remember. Did he appear in the Spencer run?
I don't remember.
Jackal? I don't. No, I don't think so.
Okay,
I don't remember.
so
I don't think Arcade did.
Have we
There's a lot of
seen
Arcade in Spider-Man these days. It's
Yeah.
interesting.
it's weird.
Well, one of my first encounters with Arcade, I mean, I'd seen him in the comics a little bit beforehand, but this is going to be a deep cut. The Super Nintendo game Spider-Man and the X-Men in Arcade's Revenge.
I played. My dad got that for me for my Sega Genesis.
That game was hard. I could never get too far in it.
Oh my god, that game was it was dumb, so hard.
Our friend Gerard actually beat it.
And then I sit there and watch Gerard play it, and Gerard's just like, and like I have never felt more inadequate than playing video games with Gerard. It was awful. Anyway, my grade for the arc is A-. Yeah, like I say, I'm overall have enjoyed it. This has a lot of stuff. I think I'm going to try to get Greg back on to talk about the second arc. So we'll
reach out to him.
Reach out to him probably next week. Got a lot of October's busy.
Yeah, I think my grade. I didn't give mine, but I'm gonna say A- also. I enjoyed it. I thought there were points towards the middle where even I began to feel a little bit okay. Let's get on with it a little bit. But then, especially issue 3. I mean, there were things I liked about issue 3, but issue 3 I thought was the weakest of the issue, and of the arc, because I remember reading them thinking, oh, all the complaints of the first 2 issues are here in spades. But you know what? I knew they were building towards something, and they did. But I do think it is a legit question to ask: did it take too long to get to where it needed to get to?
Mm-hmm.
But I enjoyed it because we did talk about trimming the fat before. And again, I'll give it an A-. I thought it was a good debut story. I do wish the trade was 7 issues. I'm glad he's not writing for the trade, but I do wish it was the trade itself was going to be 7 issues encompassing this. So we'll see what I mean, I don't know. Is this going to go beyond 10 issues? I hope it does.
I think I could see yes.
Mhm.
I think I'll predict 15. Maybe, because they're doing this. If they're doing 5-issue trades for some reason, then I'll say 15 to be like.
Now the better question is, we'll keep going, but will they relaunch numbering?
Oh man.
Got to get those new issue 1s in.
Marketing. All right, so we do have voicemails.
Oh boy.
From Walter.
From Walter.
Well,
I have not heard these. So
from WB, it's like
before we get to those voicemails, didn't Venkman have a question?
Oh yeah. So he mentioned Besides Secret Wars, some of the other back issues he got were Fantastic Four 288, some reprints of Stan Lee era Captain and Iron Man stories, and the Marvel Super Special magazines of Raiders and Temple of Doom. And then his question to you was, by the way, Greg, what are your thoughts on the Clone Saga omnibuses? Are you going to upgrade, or are you happy with your complete collection trades? Or are you like me and planning on owning both? We need more money. Okay.
Omnibuses are expensive. I'm getting that Godzilla omnibus, the Marvel 70s Godzilla run soon. But I think I have all the epic collections for the Clone Saga. I would love to get the omnibuses, but that's a lot of money to drop. And I'm planning on getting Amazing Spider-Man Volume 6 in February when that thing comes out. So for the omnibus, which will take us up to, and I think a little bit past issue 200, but no, omnibuses are pricey. Now, if someone wants to buy me all the Clone Saga omnibuses, yeah.
Winkman remembers there was a commercial for 90s era Spider-Man games, including Arcade's Revenge, that was included on the VHS tapes of Amazing Friends in the 1981 solo cartoon. I have the Firestar is Born VHS tape right behind
Angelica Jinx.
Miss Angelica Jinx.
We've been making that joke for over a decade.
It's dude, yeah. I remember, God, what was it? It was, I pulled that out, and like Josh was so shocked because usually he's the one with like the deep cut obscure references. He's like, that's a good reference. I was like, Gamer Sly says the sales picked up in the previous 2 issues, so maybe he'll have some staying power. All right. So here we go. Now I can read the transcript of. Yes. Okay. So I feel less scared. So if I press this, do you guys hear it?
No.
Okay.
Now, the better question is, will the next issue of Spectacular Spider-Man come out before the next issue of Gargoyle's Quest comes out? And the answer is yes.
All right, here we go. Here we go. All right.
Crickets. Crickets.
You guys can't hear it?
No, we can't.
Can you hear it now?
Nope. You used to be much better about playing the voicemails.
I know. Why is
technology?
Hang on, let me go to my settings just a second.
You're gonna have to edit all this.
I'm gonna Douglas it. What are you talking about? All right. Also, I was using the MacBook microphone the entire time, which I did not realize, damn it.
Ah, that's why.
I kind of missed the old.
Can you hear it now?
Yeah. Yes.
Since you wanted me to leave a voicemail, so I'm leaving a voicemail. And I promise I am not going to say how bad the Cowboys lost this weekend. I mean, it was bad, but I'm not going to say how bad. No, I'm going to bring up the fact that it was really bad. How bad the Cowboys lost. But anyway, since you asked for a voicemail, I'm just giving you a voicemail. I know it's almost become a part of the regular show, but hey, I can't disappoint you guys. Just wait to the 100th episode. I'm thinking of contacting Zach's parents for babysitters.
Oh boy.
Yeah, he's drunk. but I do need to ask. I'm not really into sports, but did the Cowboys lose as badly as Star Trek Into Darkness?
Oh, I don't know if it's that bad. It was definitely not a great. It was bad. It was not a good game. Definitely a disappointing game on all sides.
Yeah, that intro lasted
the second
about as long as the Cowboys' offense this past weekend. Anyway, I just wonder out of curiosity, by show of hands, who really wants me to continue leaving voicemails on this show?
Greg
Because
is
if
raising
I'm
his
really
hand.
annoying you all, I'll stop. I probably won't stop, but just out of curiosity. Oh, and Zach, you still have to pay for the voicemails that you didn't play
God.
on the last show.
Oh God.
Play
And
all the
under-
voicemails, Zach.
So I gotta think of
Oh, hang on. I think I had edited them into
I'll just
together.
leave you with that. Y'all have a good night.
So let me. I think I had done like where they were all.
I think Zach wants me to stop enabling you, Walter.
They
There we
call me Tater Salad. Hey guys, it's Walter. I'm just calling because I
Oh no, this is not. That's not the right one.
Yeah, we heard that one, I believe.
Okay, so let me get the other voicemails. Let me just delete these live on air. This one I know. This one I do know was from last week because I grabbed the wrong one.
You know, I read 13 comic books during that intro. Just saying, it's a little long. Anyway.
To be fair, that says more
I'll
about
give
how
you
the comic
examples
books are written these
for
days.
all of you for your upcoming Spidey spelling bee. I gave a hint to Zach in chat. Episode 5 of the 1970 Spider-Man TV series. How did the clone die? Spell the word. And no, you can't go look up the ship.
Oh boy.
That's how it's going to be. You should expect questions from the 60s cartoon series and 70s comic books. And I'll toss in some current 90s and 90s things in there.
15 seconds left.
Depending on your age. But since Zach is the Clone Saga expert, you should know this off the top of his head.
How did the clone
Even though
die
he
in the
can't spell the word
1970s
clone.
show?
Well, if you guys have
Yeah.
Hold on, I'll spell this. SLIPEDINTHESHOWER. Slipped in the shower.
Oh my God. Okay.
I may have forgotten a P.
So I think the thing that sucks about these is that they're just numbered when I download them. So I think this is.
I had time to take a shower, go to the bathroom, change the oil in my car, and wax it. All during that.
Oh, that. Yeah, we've already heard that one.
Anyway, I
That's
just want to say,
because he was
comment,
complaining about the
subscribe.
intro. That's the one. Yeah. See, this is what happens when we're doing it live. Which
We'll do it live.
We'll do it live. Okay. No, we'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live. And thing sucks.
Walter, next time make it a haiku contest.
Oh my God. All right. There's
15 seconds?
now, did we hear that one?
My heart just stopped. Anyway, I'm calling before the show starts. Just to entertain myself because, you know, there's nothing happening. Oh, it blipped. And it stopped. Oh, we got a spider symbol now. We got a young Zach Gunner on the screen. Who just froze. Wonderful internet, Zach, and we'll have you keep to the high speed of 10 megabits per second. Anyway, this is way too much fun.
I love you, Walter.
Guys.
You're the unofficial mascot of the show.
Hey, he helped track down a guy who's hacked you at one point. He's a great guy.
Yeah, you know, Yeah, we talked about that on the Crawl Space anniversary show.
Walter, you need to track down whoever it was who hacked Wiseman's Twitter account and email back in
What if I
December.
don't want to leave a message
God, that
every
was
3
yeah.
minutes? I'm just saying. I mean,
Uh,
I feel now we don't have a 6-hour intro. I feel like I could talk for an extended period of time. I'm just
this was when I only had myself on
calling in
last
just to
time.
listen to that wonderful intro again. I mean, short and precise.
I like the intro.
I like it.
Well,
Other than that,
he's talking about the voicemail intro.
you seem to be light on people tonight. But other than that, I'm just calling in just to annoy the hell out of you, to be honest with you. But hey, what I can do, I'm half drunk, so bleh. Wait for the next voicemail. I'll probably have something more interesting to say then. Oh, by the way, tell the people about the spelling bee. I'll call you later. Okay.
And this
Play
is
this
the
one
last
last.
one. I don't know if I've already played this one or not.
The problem that people have with what's going on with the books is because, well, they
Walter said he would.
the story correctly or very well.
Mm.
People don't like Paul because there's no character to Paul. People want Peter and MJ together because they're getting tired of being yanked around all the time. The reason why people are having a problem with Shay is they want Mary Jane in there because they feel it's a better story, makes them more connected to the character.
Now this one was actually yeah.
You can have mystery elements and all that stuff, but it comes off that Marvel wants to play games with the readership, which in turn causes
do.
readership to go away. I kind of hope that kind of explains some things where people from the outside looking in going, I'm not picking up this book because of these reasons, because they're going to do something stupid again. But anyway, I don't have that much time. I just figure I'd toss that out there. Yes,
Well, this
I actually could do a serious voicemail.
Stop shaking.
I still love the
whole
intro. Nice,
desk.
short and sweet and to the point. Mwah!
Well, this lifelong Spidey fan isn't picking up the main book either for all the reasons you've stated. So, yeah, I love Spider-Man. I love the character. I love his world. I love his villains, his supporting cast, everything. I just don't enjoy the current books.
Yep. I do have an email that was sent to one of the extra accounts.
Ooh, read it.
That I have, and I meant to read it a while ago. It's
Are they
not going to
calling
be
me
very
a
long.
jerk in there?
No. This is not one of those.
Not one of those.
We did have a comment that we think we know who it is. Talked about how so Brian, he sent me an email. He said, first, I want to say Spideydude Experience has become one of my favorite Spider-Man podcasts from my time on Crawl Space, especially the early days to now. He enjoys listening to me talk about Spidey. You just come across as a genuinely good-spirited person. Second, he's curious
Yes.
about my opinion on the if buying the recent ASM Epic Collection Clone Saga trade is worth it. He had and read all of the Clone Saga trades, but got rid of them a little ways back. Thanks in advance for my feedback. So he also asked if I still read or collect comics other than Spidey, or am I strictly Spidey? So first, to answer your first question there, Brian, it is essentially the Clone Saga trades republished with their new packaging because of the Penguin Press changeover. So Marvel started licensing their trade paperbacks to Penguin House. And so when they did that, a lot of the old phraseology started being used. So like, for example, even though it's going to be Spider-Girl Book 5, it's not called Spider-Girl The Complete Collection Book 5. It's called Spider-Girl Epic Collection. Modern Epic Collection. So that's kind of what they did with the Clone Saga trades. These are being re-released under that banner. And so for those that missed out on those original ones, and maybe you...
Oh, that's what happened.
Yeah.
I was wondering.
So that's why they're doing that.
Well, I think it is smart though for them to do it because the Epic Collection is going pretty strong, and that's people are liking those. So I think it's smart that they're kind of putting a lot of the trades under that banner, keeping it a bit more uniform.
Yes. So, yeah, and so, for me, I mostly collect just strictly Spidey. Although I do have some Superman issues, I do have some Batman issues over the years. Mainly, the bulk of my collection is Spider-Man. I'll collect like all ages stuff for my daughter, but other than that, really, that's pretty much my entire collection. I don't have time or money to collect anything else.
The bulk of my comic collection is definitely Spidey also.
Adam?
Yeah, I'd say yeah, maybe. I mean, I've got a lot of other things, various trades, and sometimes I dip my toe into some other comics, get a couple issues of that. But yeah, it might be well, it's at least half Spidey probably, I would say. But I do have a lot of other miscellaneous things, and yeah.
Yes, I know. I did not know how he died. I forgot. Okay. I've just watched the stupid clip. Okay. I'm you, you're me, and this is a pew pew.
Next commentary series after we finish the MTV show.
We finished the MTV show. Neil and I did wrap up the last 3 episodes. I suppose we could say what's next. Our next endeavor is a 1-season animated series. It's rather infamous.
Unlimited.
Yeah. So we're gonna do Unlimited.
High Evolutionary jokes are back.
I just found out, and I think this is interesting, that they were planning. They just had to make a Spidey show, and apparently they were just gonna do like a Ditko adaptation. But then, I didn't know this. Someone posted
at
on
one
Twitter
point they were talking about doing a 2099 adaptation, and then it just turned into.
But they were like, no, we can't do 2099 because of Batman Beyond, so they decided to do Unlimited, I guess.
That's why the design kind of borrows from the 2099 design. So, which we may be getting a Marvel Legend later next year. Probably going to find out on with. I love the 70s comics. I don't care about the 70s shows, which my buddy Brian would be very upset if I said that, because he loves the Nick Hammond Incredible Hulk stuff. And I like those, don't get me wrong. But
come and knock on my door. We've been waiting for you. That was 70s, I believe.
Yeah. I think there's only one is alive now because Suzanne Summers passed away.
Yeah. Oh, she did. Yeah.
Yeah. Which is crazy. I hate getting old.
Are any of the original Charlie's Angels still alive?
I think they all passed. I think so. Of course, it's been 50 years. Sorry. I say Greg and I do that. That was our MCU. I mean, I have watched Sci-Fi did like a whole marathon one day of like the Doctor Strange that got the pilot.
That's not true television, Martin Scorsese. I love Martin Scorsese. I really do, but I'm going to give him a little bit of shit for that.
So if you want us to do more stuff, let us know. Oh, okay. 2 of them are alive. According to Walter. Walter would know. So,
good. I'm glad to hear that.
Glad to hear that. Okay. So let's talk some brass tacks about the next couple of episodes. So next episode is going to be Ultimate Spider-Man I think. Gotta get the scheduling gods to work itself out. It'll be Ultimate, and which is episode 99, and then episode 100.
100.
Big extravaganza. I will let people call in. So if you want to call in, leave a voicemail, or you want to call in using the voicemail line, leave the voicemails before the show, and then I'll open the line up and we can connect that way. If you want to be a part of the show, you can leave emails, feedback. We'll do all that. We'll also do our ASM review. Yay. So we'll be covering this month's ASM books on that episode, and which comes out the day after our 15th anniversary. So it's not only our 100th episode, I'm
not reading the book for that though.
No, you don't have to. Yeah, you don't have to.
No, I'll read the Mateo story though. I'll read that.
So 15th anniversary special, we've got it penciled in. I'm not going to say exactly what it is. You can call in via video. That's fine. You can do video call in. What's up, Bobby?
Hi, Avi.
And so you can do the video call in, you can do the audio call in, you can leave voicemail multiple ways. We'll have everybody on the show. We're gonna do the review first, and then we'll get into the rest of the stuff.
F. I give it an F already. I'm kidding now.
Honestly, the Tombstone stuff's actually not bad. I'm
Cool.
enjoying the Tombstone stuff. So
I like Tombstone.
the fact that they convinced him to do one more arc and kind of do the Tombstone stuff, I think was actually a good thing, because it allows him to kind of wrap his run up on a more of a high note.
Not with Peter and Norman playing hot potato with the Green Goblin.
Exactly. That was originally going to be apparently the original ending to the run. So
I'm just imagining him writing this, thinking, "Why am I doing this? I wrote myself in this corner. This is what I'm doing. Do I really want to go out on this?"
yeah. So but yeah. So voicemails, emails, all that fun stuff. Next episode, obviously, we'll have the Ultimate crew back in. So hopefully we'll have Javi, me, Ashley, Neil, Adam. Greg wants to show up, he can.
Probably not the next one, but the one after that. I still need to get caught up.
Yeah, there you go. So that's the plan for the next couple of episodes. Beyond that, I do have something special for the 15th anniversary of the network.
He does.
But that will not come out until mid to late October. So that is, Greg knows exactly what it is.
And I'll just say this: scheduling that recording is going to be tough. Already is.
Yeah, just gotta make sure that everybody shows up. So, three of the 5 individuals involved are good to go. We have 2 that are like, I don't know yet. So,
reminds me of the good old days, scheduling all this stuff with the old crew.
Yeah, definitely. Always a bitch. And so, like I say, that kind of gives a lot of people a lot of hints. But yeah, I'm excited for that. We're gonna definitely have a lot of fun with that. Got some ideas for some interviews for the rest of the year. So hopefully we'll get a couple of interviews knocked out. I've had a stated plan for 6 interviews, and I am at 5 right now. So we'll hopefully get a couple more by the end of the year. Have not heard back from the Ramitas yet, so I'm just gonna have to pester them. Sounds like
pester away,
and then go from there. So definitely excited. We got New York Comic Con coming up, which is kind of the last big con of the year. So we'll hopefully get some news on that. If you guys like what we're doing and you want to support everything we are doing, you guys got any final thoughts, Greg and Adam?
keep tuning in. I think we're turning out some great stuff, but I might be biased.
Yeah. Basically that.
Well, there you go. So next episode, like I say, I think it's going to be Ultimate. So looking forward to that. If you like what we're doing, you can always support us over at patreon.com/Spideydude Network. We want to give shout outs to our friends that are sensational tier patrons: Allison, Cindy, Ed, Georgia, Greg, Janelle, Jessica, Jurgen, Joyce, Catherine, Kale, Laura Howard, Lump Moose, Master Draymond, Phoenician, RJ, Vanessa, and Vicky. Thank you guys for your support. You got Sarah, Tara, and Walter, who I think is also now a VIP. I got to double check that. And then the VIPs, Scott McGraw and Vinkman. Thank you guys for your support over on patreon.com/Spideydude Network. If you have not already gone on Patreon, you can check out the Books of X podcast. We have been covering the Krakoan era of X-Men. And if you have not checked that out, go to the Patreon page. Speaking of interviews, we did our Juan Fiera interview. We had our interview with Greg Weisman and an interview with D. Mateus. If you have not checked out the Slot Symposium, definitely do that. We'll be back in October with more on that particular front. Make Mine Mayday. Just had the latest episode. Greg, talk a little bit about Voices from the Eerie right quick.
We're hoping to come back soon. Like I said earlier in the show, we took our victory lap at Convergence with our 50th show, the live podcast, and then the shit started hitting the fan, and it kept on hitting the fan, but things seem to be settling, I hope. So we're hoping to record MIA soon. That's our next episode, MIA, part of the Avalon World Tour. And we are definitely coming back, hopefully sooner rather than later. We're working on it.
There you go. Sabi Cinema Era Podcast just released their latest episode covering the Eye of the Puma. The next episode will be the Death of Vermin storyline that runs in the late 190s of the Spectacular Spider-Man series. We got Spectacular Radio with Clone Saga Chronicles, of course, and ASM Classics. The first era is Josh, Don, and John, and then we got Javi and Jack covering and doing season 2. So yeah, if you have not already followed us on the social medias, find us over at Twitter/X at Spideydude Radio, at Facebook, Instagram, Threads, at Spideydude Network. Also a new Instagram at Spideydude Official. And then we have if you're watching us live on YouTube, thank you. If you have not already, give us that like, that share, that subscribe. Let us know by leaving us comments even after the fact. I do read all the comments at Spideydude Radio Network on YouTube. And if you want to leave a voicemail like Walter did earlier, you can always leave a voicemail. Voicemail line is 818-925-6631. Email address is SpideyDudeRadioNetwork@gmail.com. If you want to leave us any type of feedback. Like I say, we really do appreciate everybody's participation on the episode. So thank you. And we will see you next time here on the Spideydude Radio Network.